All right, man. Bootleg Cat Podcast, all the way in the Bay Area. Came out here to fuck with my guy BERNER, man.
Special edition.
Special edition at your first of all, this new compound you have. It is a man. I wish. Oh, well, listen, we're gonna do a tour on the YouTube channel so people will be able to see it. But man, this shit is crazy, dog. Like, this shit is some real, like, as you would like to say, some real mafia shit.
It's life goal shit, dog. Like, shit, we built everything you've seen today from the house, on the couch, in the front room, pacing in the house. And so, you know, landlords could be a pain in the ass. So I wanted to wait to build something like this until I was a landlord, until I could buy the building and kind of decide what I want to do, how I want to do it, you know, and just not have to answer anyone. I've seen a lot of big businesses, even in this area, being pushed out by their landlord.
Yeah.
And for that shit, I would never do that ever.
I was gonna say, like, you've always had, like, you know, you're always diversified, to say the very least, right? But in terms of, like, the content space, you've always, you know, I think back to the days where you were, like, going viral on World Star, you know what I'm saying? Like, for wild things. All the way to now where, like, you know, you've had a show like Burner's Roundtable that was dope. I don't know if you're bringing that back or not. Are you planning on bringing that back?
Yeah, you know, like, podcast for me is, like, a little tough. Like, it's just like, it's kind of like you have to be really consistent, and you've been super consistent, so I give you props on that. But for me, it's like, I think the cooking is where the heart's at.
Nah, for sure.
Like, and I really, like, a lot of people like, yo, he's just doing a cooking show. And I see a lot of people doing cooking shows and doing cooking content. But I grew up in the kitchen. My father had a restaurant growing up. You know that.
Your dad's a beast of a cook.
He's a good cook. And then, but I feel like besides the cooking show, I think that, like, we want to build, like, the urban food network. And that's what I'm trying to do over here. That's why you see this building completely empty. The warehouse you saw is completely empty. I'm trying to get some capital, some serious partners that understand the vision, to kind of create, like, what we'd like to watch on the Food Network. I mean, the Food Network is dope. We all get stuck watching it for hours, but it's repetitive. It's the same chefs. It's Guy Fieri. Shout out to him.
And it's for a certain, like, crowd.
It's a certain crowd, but, like, there's a whole world out there of, like, viral Instagram chefs killing it. There's a whole world of, like, you know, just the black and brown community doing their thing, and just in the food world, it's being ignored by the mainstream television. So our goal is to build a network. And so I said to say, like, podcasting is cool, but I'm in the Bay. One, not many people roll through here, and two, I don't really know if I want to share this place with that many people. I kind of want to keep it.
Yeah, if you have too many people coming in and out, like you said, like, this is a special place.
It's pure right now.
Right.
You know, I got to keep a little yada I mean on my hip, but that's good with me. Like, I don't want to have full security out and not be able to sleep. I like it the way it is now, and I think food content's pretty pure.
Yeah, I was gonna say with the food shit. So the goal in this, like, really is, like, to eventually try to have a channel that's on TV.
Yeah, you know, either like a channel on TV or, like, building my own network that consists of, like, a food segment of things, like a like a true crime series kind of, you know, style content, short films that we debut. I really want to build my own network, really.
Yeah.
And I got some good things going on. We spoke about, I don't know, last time, I have a scripted series in the works with a really big network, and it's a big budget, and I think it's going to do really well. And I feel like while I'm in those doors, you know me, I'm a wiggle. I'm going to get to know people. I'm going to be able to shake hands, rub shoulders with the right people. And I feel like if I have a portfolio of content that ranges from, like, the food space to true crime documentaries,
documentary,
yeah, to, you know, the short films that could be proof of concepts for real films, then maybe there's, like, a network partnership, or maybe there's a partnership with, like, a bigger network or something like that. So I just kind of seen what 50 did, and I respect the fuck out what he did, but I don't want to have to rely on, like, networks the whole time. I'd rather kind of build my own portfolio in the background and do a partnership with the network of content that I own and produce myself.
I was going to say, I think we had talked about you maybe doing a movie or something that kind of covered the Bippin aspect of the Bay.
Yeah, actually my partner's in that. The script is done. It's called Splash City. They're coming here. They'll probably be here in, like, 30 minutes. So as soon as we're done with our interview and tour, then I'm going to sit down with them and review this script. But that script's ready. There's another script ready as well. So yeah, just, you know, taking my time to fuck with it, do it right.
Yeah, I feel like, you know, that is, like, one of the things that, like, is so Bay Area specific that when I talk to people, like, they don't know even, they've never even heard the word BIP, and they're like, what the fuck is that? Like, it's such
so they get here and they get their shit hit, and I feel like it's gonna be like the new school New Jersey Drive almost, in my opinion. Like, it's gonna be dope because no one's really covering the Bay Area, and that's kind of my goal. I feel like, all right, I've made it to this certain status. I feel like I put on hard with the music as much as I could, and I'm gonna still fuck with it, but I feel like my ultimate goal is to kind of put the Bay on my back, in the sense of telling some of these stories, tapping into some of this untold content. Like, no one's ever tapped to the Bay. Like, all the crime films and movies are based on New York, LA, Chicago, Boston. Right. Yeah. You know, like, where's the Bay Area stories at? Right. And so I feel like I'm trying to get into a position, like, financially and, you know, just respect wise, where people will trust me with those stories.
That'd be hard, dude. We haven't talked on camera since you made the Forbes magazine, so I just want to say congrats. That shit is,
thank you.
That shit is pretty gnarly to like be like, damn, my boy's like, my friend is on the cover of Forbes. Like,
you know, the cool thing about that, it's like there's people that are way richer than me, and there's people that have built way bigger businesses, but to touch that cover is like every businessman, entrepreneur's dream. Yeah. So I have guys like worth like hundreds of millions of dollars. They hit me like, dog, you did it. And I'm like, bro, you did it, motherfucker.
No, you did it for real. Yeah,
you got it right now, liquid. But I just think it's a really cool thing to come out of cancer and then touch that cover and then get the Ad Age Award and get a couple other things that we got. Like, it's just really cool, and it's just good morale for like the kind of industry I'm in.
I was going to say, how does that change your life, being on that cover? Because I'm sure it makes people look at you a lot different.
Well, two ways. Yeah, no, I mean, one, people put more respect on the business conversations, but two, everyone thinks you just got it. Like, they just seen that word, like $400 million. They're like, oh, motherfucker, you could throw me, let me get $500,000. Let me borrow like 300,000. $100K, bro. Like, man, invest this $2 million behind my company. I know you guys, like, bro, like, yo, like this valuation that they're putting on me as a person, you know, kind of like relies on the businesses performing, executing, and like, you know, exiting one day, right? That's what the value of my business is, and so it kind of put a lot of things in perspective. You see, even the rich rapper list, that shit was trippy to me.
That shit's crazy. Because what were you, 4th or 5th?
I was number 4.
Crazy.
And then you put yourself next to rappers like
fucking Dr. Dre and Jay-Z.
Yeah, Dr. Dre, Jay-Z, Kanye,
Diddy.
You know, Diddy, and like people are like, well, man, Burn's not really a rapper. I'm like, well, wait a minute, hold up. I do got 49 albums out. I've been rapping since 2006. People are saying, well, he got other businesses. Whoa, so does everyone else.
Everybody else. Everybody else got, you know, at a time, Ciroc and you know, Rock Nation, and I mean, yeah,
all kind of things. Different. Ace of Spades, whatever you call it.
It's the same thing.
It's the same exact thing, except the difference is I'm Mexican and I'm fucking low key underdog, and so it's cool as fuck to see that they recognize me on that list, because that list, I always dreamed about being on a list like that, and I always said that people are overlooking what I built. And I just remember one day kind of just throwing a fit on Twitter like, man, I wish they would look at my shit. And someone actually was like, well, I'd be down to audit you. And that's a really deep audit. They have to look at everything that you have, your assets, your businesses. It's like a real, they can't just put that shit out
to
there.
To make the cash, is it the Cash Kings list? Is that what they call it?
No, it's just hip hop's, you know, wealthiest, right, whatever it may be, top 5 wealthiest, you know, so they did that, and yeah, that shit hit.
So they like really like, they turn over all the pages and look into your shit for real.
Yeah, they do like a real audit of you, for sure.
Oh wow. Yeah, so it ain't no fugazi ass number going out there.
No, hell no. That's a real number. It's a real situation. It's just all around real. Like, they're not gonna play you on that. Like, right, they're not gonna play themselves. It's real publications with real credible writers, and just, you know, they're not playing no games with that list. That list is very strategic. They do a good job of due diligence. You know, I had to have them talk to like business managers and the people that do my taxes, and yeah, that shit's real.
Damn, they're like talking to the CPA and all that shit. Huh?
CPAs are looking at like properties. They're looking at the actual, like, you say your business worth this. Like, let's do actual audit of your business. Let's do it. You know, let's get a proper. What did you raise at last time you raised? You know, like, it's real as fuck.